lightning arrestor working and types. In the last class, we discussed about lightning phenomenon. In today's class, we are going to discuss about lightning arrestor working. We have a confusion. What is the difference between lightning arrestor and surge arrestor and surge diverter? Now we will see about the difference. What is meant by lightning arrestor? Lightning arrestor is used in outdoor substations in order to protect the transmission line power system from the lightning, that is the over voltage. Next one is surge arrestor. Surge arrestor is used in indoor substation within the control panel. Surge arrestor is used in indoor substation within the control panel in the substation. It is used to arrest the surge voltage. It is the sudden change in voltage. Surge voltage is the sudden change in voltage. It is occurred due to sudden switching. So the difference between lightning and surge is lightning is the over voltage produced by the clouds or within the clouds and the earth. Surge is the voltage distraction, that is deviation, sudden deviation up to high or up to low. Sudden discharge of voltage to high, sudden discharge of voltage to low level. Both of them are called as surge. Let us see about the surge. Sudden voltage rise is called as surge. Then we will see about the lightning arrestor. The sudden voltage change has two types. One is voltage sag, another one is voltage swell. Voltage sag means sudden fall in voltage is called as voltage sag. Sudden fall, that is voltage drop, sudden fall of voltage is called as voltage sag. Voltage swell is sudden rise in voltage. Sudden rise in voltage is called as voltage swell. So now we know the difference between voltage sag and voltage swell. Both are called as surge. The reason for surge, because of lightning, surge is occurred within the device, not in the transmission line. Within the device, that is because of switching, the surge is occurred. Lightning switching or the phenomenon which is due to produce surge. So now we know the difference between lightning and surge. Surge is the sudden deviation of voltage. Let us see the difference between lightning arrestor and surge arrestor. Lightning arrestor is used in outdoor substations. It is used to protect the transmission line, that is the power system, from the over voltage. Surge arrestor is also used to protect the equipment from the over voltage, that is sudden voltage, but it is used in the indoor substation within the control panel. There are more types. One is surge suppressor, another one is MOV. MOV means metal oxide varistor. The lightning and surge arrestor we will see one by one. First we will see about the working principle of lightning arrestor. Let us consider a power line. The power line is having in contact with the spark gap. There will be a spark gap between the power line and the lightning arrestor. Whenever the high voltage occurs, the spark gap in which the spark will occur, it induces the contact between the gap, that is the contacts will short circuited. Therefore the over voltage will flow through via nonlinear resistor. So now the nonlinear resistor allows the over voltage to the ground. So it is the working principle of the lightning arrestor. The first type of lightning arrestor is arc horn arrestor. Let us see, it is the insulator. See the diagram, it is the insulator. The insulator in which the lightning arrestor is placed. From the choke coil and the resistor, it is connected via the insulator. Whenever the high voltage occurs, the voltage will flow through the choke coil and the resistor. Then it is flow through the insulator and to the ground. So the equipment is, that is the transmission line is protected from the over voltage. So the current is passing via choke coil, resistor and to the insulator. So next one is rod gap arrestor. See the diagram. There will be a rod. There will be two rods. Between these two rods, there will be a gap of 1.5 centimeter. It is a spark gap. So whenever the high voltage occurs, the spark gap will have a contact, that is short circuited. So whenever the high voltage occurs, it flows through via the insulator to the earth. So it is the concept of the lightning arrestor for rod gap arrestor. Whenever the high voltage occurs, it will flow through the insulator and to the ground. Next one is expulsion lightning arrestor. It is also used in the transmission line up to 33 kilovolt to 230 kilovolt. 33 kilovolt to 230 kilovolt expulsion lightning arrestor is used. From the line, whenever the gap, that is, whenever the high voltage occurs, via the rod gap, it will go through the fiber tube. The fiber tube in which there will be a gas. This gas will produces the linear resistance. So whenever the high voltage occurs, the rod gap is short circuited and it is flowing via the fiber tube. That is, the high voltage is flowing via the fiber tube that produces a gas and it is given to the contactor. The gas is given by the yellow color and it is sent to the ground. The counter is used to display the number of times of lightning occurs in the transmission line. So we can find out the value of number of counting of the lightning. So expulsion lightning arresters are used in transmission line up to 33 kilovolt to 230 kilovolt. Above 33 kilovolt line, it is used up to 230 kilovolt. Then valve type lightning arrestor. The figure shows the valve type lightning arrestor. The figure gives the valve type lightning arrestor in which there will be a porcelain housing and there will be a spark gap. Whenever the high voltage occurs, the spark gap is short circuited. It has non-linear high resistance and from the non-linear high resistance, it is given to the non-linear low resistance. Whenever high voltage occurs, the high voltage will flow through the non-linear resistor which is having low resistance. Up to rated voltage, it will not allow the non-linear resistor with the low resistance will not allow the any transmission, any conduction within the resistance. So after having the high voltage, the non-linear resistance allow the high voltage to the ground. So next one is metal oxide arrestor. The figure shows the metal oxide arrestor. Metal oxide is nothing but a zinc oxide. Here we are using a gas which is called as SF6 gas. In SF6 gas filled housing, the arrestor is placed. MOV means metal oxide varistor. Varistor is the variable resistor. So it is a semiconductor device. So it is having zinc oxide. So whenever the voltage is more than rated voltage, the semiconductor device will conduct and the heavy voltage is flowing through the semiconductor device to the ground. Let us see. Whenever the heavy voltage occurs, it will not before rated voltage, it will not allow any current or any voltage to the circuit. Whenever heavy voltage occurs, the semiconductor will going to conduct and it will allow the high voltage to the ground. In this class, we will discuss the surge arresters in transmission line in detail. Surge arrestor is also used in transmission line just for the same and basic purpose, which is the safety of our equipment and also the transmission line. Let us see the short circuit test of arrestor. Before the installation of surge arrestor, many tests are applied on this to mark it as verified. One of them is short circuit test. In this, surge arrestor is introduced to a very high voltage surge and check whether it can bear or not. Let us see the construction of surge arrestor. Surge arrestor consists of MOV. MOV means metal oxide varistor. It is a disc. It is a form of disc. What is MOV? It is a metal oxide varistor. The most common type of varistor is the metal oxide varistor, that is MOV. This type contains a ceramic mass of zinc oxide grains in a matrix of other metal oxides such as small amounts of bismuth, cobalt, manganese and sandwiched. Okay. So see the diagram. It is nothing but a semiconductor. Okay. So it acts as an open circuit when there will be a normal voltage. So in normal voltage, it acts as a open circuit. When there will be a high voltage, it acts as a short circuit and allow the current to flow through the device. So it is the metal oxide disc. See the disc, it is the metal oxide disc. It is inside the insulator. It is placed inside the insulator. The MOV disk is a very fast acting electronic switch. It is an open switch to standard system AC voltage and a closed switch to lightning voltage. It acts as an open switch and closed switch. During an normal operating condition, it acts as a open switch. During a abnormal condition, it acts as a closed switch or a short circuit. By magnifying the MOV material 5000 times, metal oxide grains and dopants in the material can be discerned. So each MOV disc with a 35 mm diameter and a 35 mm height contains about 28 billion MOV. The MOV grains and the junctions are the electronic switches. See the diagram. The MOV grains and the junctions. See the junctions in the diagram are the electronic switches that turn on and off in unison to divert the lightning around the equipment to the ground. The switches are at the junctions between the grains. It will be indicated in the arrow. That white colored symbol indicate the switches in the junctions. A lightning arrestor is essentially a collection of billions of microscopic junctions of metal oxide grains that turn on and off in microseconds to form a current path from the top terminal to the ground terminal of the arrestor. So there you have it. A lightning arrestor is a device used on power systems that contains billions of electronic switches that divert lightning around sensitive equipment and saves them from the damage. So a lightning arrestor is a device used on power systems that contains billions of electronic switches that divert lightning around sensitive equipment and saves them from damage. Let us see the types of surge arrestors. Rod gap, horn gap, multi gap, expulsion type and valve type arrestors are there in the power system to protect the equipment and the power lines. First one is rod gap arrestor. See the diagram. There will be two rods in the top and bottom of the insulator. It's a simple type of diverter. It consists of two 1.5 centimeter rods. The distance between gap and insulator must not be less than 1/3 of the gap length. Due to its limitations, rod gap arrestors are used only as backup protection. It is placed above the transformer tank bushings. The advantages of rod gap arrestors are, under normal operating conditions, gap remains non-conducting. On the occurrence of a high voltage surge on the line, the gap sparks over and the surge current is conducted to the earth. The disadvantages of the rod gap arrestor is rods may melt or get damaged. The climatic conditions affect the performance of rod gap arrestor. The polarity of the surge also affects the performance of this arrestor. Then horn gap arrestor. It consists of two horn shaped metal. Horn is connected to the line through a resistance R and choke coil L. Choke does not allow the transients to enter the apparatus to be protected. It is like a horn shape. It has choke coil and resistance. The advantages of horn gap arrestor is the arc is self-clearing. Series resistance helps in limiting the flow of current to a small value. And the drawback of the horn gap arrestor is the bridging of gap can render the device useless. The setting of horn gap is likely to change due to corrosion or pitching. Time of operation is comparatively long for the horn gap arrestor. These are the drawbacks of the horn gap arrestor. So next one is multi-gap arrestor. See the diagram. It has multi-gaps. It consists of a series of metallic, generally alloy of zinc cylinders. Cylinders are separated by air gap and are connected with series and shunt resistance. Such arrestors are applied where voltage does not exceed 33 kV. The advantages of multi-gap arrestors are they have the lowest let throw voltage and the best controlled clamping behavior of the various arrestor types. It provides safety and prevents damage to expensive equipments. And the drawbacks are their current handling capability are the smallest of all. Such arrestors can be employed only where system voltage may not exceed 33 kV. And next one is expulsion type arrestor. See the diagram. It is the expulsion type arrestor. This type of arrestor is also called protected tube. Commonly used on system operating at voltages up to 33 kV. It essentially consists of rod gap, upper electrode and lower electrode. One expulsion arrestor is placed under each line conductor. For each line conductor, there will be a expulsion arrestor is there. There will be a fiber tube, it has a gas. The advantages of expulsion arresters are they are not very expensive. They are improved form of rod gap arresters. They can be easily installed. But it has some drawbacks. They can perform only limited number of operations. It is not suitable for the protection of expensive equipment. This type of arrestor cannot be mounted in an enclosed equipment. Then we will move on to the valve type arrestor. They are extensively used on systems operating at high voltages. They incorporate nonlinear resistors. It consists of two assemblies series spark gaps. Nonlinear resistor disk is having the nonlinear elements are connected in series with the spark gap. The advantages are they provide very effective protection, especially for transformers and cables against surges. They operate very rapidly, and the drawbacks are they fail to check the surges of every step. Their performance is adversely affected by the entry of moisture into the enclosure. So these are the types of surge arresters. Then applications of valve type arresters are, according to the applications, valve type arresters are classified as two types. One is station type, another one is line type. Station type is generally used for protection of equipment in power stations operating on voltages up to 220 kilovolt or higher. In line type, used for stations handling voltage up to 66 kilovolt. Thank you.